Hi, in this video we're going to take a look at how you can repair a cracks, chips, or bullseyes or stars, cracked windshield on your car using Renix windshield repair kits. So we're going to take a look how you use this repair kit. Now before we start, make sure your car is in the shade and not in the direct sunlight. We only need to move the car to the direct sunlight after we have put the resin on and ready for cure. Okay, this is the spot here we're trying to repair. It is relatively small, but it doesn't matter if you have a small area or your crack is a bit larger, you still can repair it. It's just that in my example, I just have a small one. So let's see how we're going to repair this. Now before we start, you need to give it a good clean and remove any flakes. So any broken flakes, just give it a good clean and remove any broken glass or flakes around the area. So we want to give the repair area a very good rub and a clean surface. Now this is the crack looking on the inside. Now once it is clean, we want to place the applicant base on top of the crack area. So make sure it is at the center. So you can try to look through the hole right here and make sure it is at the center. So we're just going to swirl it in. So now I'm just going to swirl it in. Just swirl it until there is enough pressure, don't do it too tight. Now we go onto the inside and check, make sure that the jumper is at the center point of the crack. So the crack is just right here. You can see it is at the center, so make sure it is at the center. Okay, now we're going to put in the repair resin into the chamber. So we need to drop in around 3 to 6 drops of the resin. So depending on the size of the crack, if you have a larger crack, you're probably looking at 6 drops. My crack are very small, so I will use 3 drops instead. So just 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Okay, next we're going to throw in the driver. This will allow us to force the repair resin into the chip or into the cracked glass. Now you want to throw it in until it is almost complete, but do not force it all the way down. As you can see here, just enough pressure but not too tight. And if there is any leak coming out, make sure that you swirl in the bottom part, like that part there. So swirl in a little bit so that there are no leak. So now we go to the other side of the car and we're just going to inspect and make sure there are no leak coming out. Now we're going to wait for 4 to 6 minutes for the resin to fill up the chips or the cracks. Okay, after 4 to 6 minutes, we need to remove the impact drivers. So release that one to allow some air coming in. Then we're just going to give a few tap just to allow the air to come out. And then after the tapping, you put the driver back in. So we screw it back in and we're going to leave it in there for another 4 to 6 minutes. So again, throw it back in this time, and we're just gonna leave it there for 4 to 6 minutes, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so after 4 to 6 minutes of waiting, we're now ready to remove the assembly. So just turn it a little bit anti-clockwise to release some air, and then we're just gonna pull out the assembly. So pull up the suction cup and remove the assembly. Now, if there is any excess resins, just use a cloth and wipe it off. So here I'm just going to use a cloth to wipe it off. Okay, next what you need to do is put another drop of the resin onto the damaged area. So that's just one more drop, and then immediately place the cure strips onto it. Now do not use any pressure, it will automatically spread itself out. You can see it's starting to spread the resin outwards. So just wait for a few minutes for that to spread out. Okay, next put the car into the sunlight for 10 minutes so that the resin can be cured. You can also use a UV light if you got one. It's best if you use the sunlight. It will help cure and harden the resin much better than the UV light. For best result, leave the car in sunlight for 1 hour so that the resin can be properly cured and hardened. Okay, after an hour leaving in the sun, it's time to remove the film strip or the cure strip. And now the excess resin that is hard enough, so we're going to use the razor blade that comes with the package to remove it. So now you want to have the razor blade standing up at 90 degrees angle, and then slowly you want to strip it off. So you can see here I'm trying to scrape it off from the bottom up. So just go slowly. You don't want to do it too fast. That may cause damage or extra scratches. So here I'm going to continue to scrape. So scrape until all the resins has come off the glass. So here you can see I'm scraping off. Now if it does not work the first time for you, you can try it again. Try until you get the result that you're wanting to get. So here you can see that kind of like cloudy resin, so you want to scrape it off until you have a clear glass. So continue to scrape. Again, do not scrape at an angle. Try to have the razor blade up at 90 degrees angle to prevent any scratches to your glass. Okay, so here we have scraped off everything, and the result is quite amazing. Now there is one tiny dot left. It's not 100% perfect, but you can see here it's just a little bit of blemish left, but it's almost perfect. And that's it. So that's how you can repair your cracked or chipped glass on your windshield using Renex. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos.